If you've just begun your research into home water filtration, you likely have a few questions you would like answered before you make the investment. In this video, we cover the most commonly asked questions we get from customers every day and will help you on your journey to better water quality. So firstly, why should you consider investing in a home water filter system? I mean, is the tap water we have supplied to our homes not good enough? Well, here in Australia, we do have the assurance that the Water Authority makes sure our water meets the Australian drinking water guidelines, which gives us the confidence that the levels of minerals and contaminants in our water is safe. However, there are contaminants in our water which we should be concerned about, which can be easily fixed with a simple home water filter system. Let's talk about some of the main concerns you may have with your water. Firstly, chlorine. We all know that chlorine is super important to ensure the water network is kept safe from bacteria. Unfortunately, along with chlorination comes what is known as disinfection byproducts, which are harmful to our bodies. If you would like to find out more about disinfection byproducts, you can find an interesting video on our Learning Centre, which explains this in a lot of detail. Next is sediments. Although our water looks clean, once you start filtering, you'll quickly notice how much dirt is actually in your water. You may not think much about it, but the fact is that the water network below our homes has been there for decades, and it holds a lot of sediment that we don't need to use in our homes. The next one is PFAS. These forever chemicals have been getting quite a lot of notice in the media recently, as it's been detected in our Australian drinking water catchments, including in Sydney, Melbourne, and parts of regional Queensland. While we don't have a lot of knowledge about the health effects on humans yet of PFAS, what we do know is that they remain in our bodies forever, which is not a good thing. The good news is that simple whole home filtration can remove or reduce these contaminants to a safe level. And lastly, mineral scale. While hard water is not a real problem for our health, there are a lot of benefits for our skin and hair quality, as well as protecting tapware and glassware from calcium and lime scale. Most advanced whole home water filter systems will include a scale protection phase, which is definitely a benefit if this is within your budget. Some areas like Melbourne have soft water, so scale protection is not really recommended. If you would like to have your water tested, Aquastream offers a water analysis kit for $120, which can be arranged with our team. This will give you peace of mind knowing what's in your water and what to treat.
So you may be wondering how a whole house filter system actually works. And it's a good question. Usually there's 3 stages in a whole house filter system. The first one removes sediments like dirt, sand and rust and microplastics. The second one usually targets chemicals like chlorine, and that can also further reduce microplastics. And then the third stage one will often be one targeted for heavy metals or scale removal or reduction. So yeah, there's usually those 3 stages in a comprehensive whole house system. The Aquastream Block 1 combines these 3 stages into a single housing. So it's more compact and a lower initial cost.
The next thing we want to talk about today is price. Price is important. When it comes to total cost to install a whole house water filter system, there are 2 main components. The first is the system cost, and the next one is the installation cost. So the system cost is mainly driven by the flow rate you need for your home and the number of filtration stages you would like to have to improve your water quality. A typical large home for more than 4 people would need a flow rate of approximately 60 to 70 litres per minute, while a smaller home of up to 4 people would need a smaller system with a flow rate of approximately 30 to 40 litres per minute. Flow rate is info that's normally published for whole house water filter systems, so this is fairly easy to choose the right system. As a general guide, if you're on the fence about a smaller or larger system, depending on your budget, it's generally better to go for a larger system. When it comes to servicing your system, the cost per year will be very similar for a larger system compared with a smaller system, as well as getting the benefit of better filtration quality. So it's really up to the initial installation price you want to pay. Now, the installation cost is mainly affected by two things. The first is, how easy is it to access the mains water pipework coming into your home? Now, most houses have an external water entry outside the house, and that makes it very simple for the installation. But some homes may require the plumber to locate the water pipe underground, which will increase the cost of your installation. As a general rule of thumb, you can expect the installation component of your system to be approximately 30 to 40% of the cost of your filter. So for example, if you have a large home and require a standard dual stage filtration to remove sediment and chemicals, the system cost would be approximately $1,000 for the system to purchase. Installation will be 30 to 40%, so that would calculate through to $300 to $400. Now, of course, this is just a guide. If you'd like to get more accurate installation price, please reach out to our team on the form below and they can help you with a pricing estimate for the installation. So in conclusion, depending on the size of your home that you have and the level of filtration that you need, the total investment cost can range from as low as $1,000 right through to $3,500 for a good quality, fully installed system. When it comes to choosing a whole home water filter system, it's important to find out how much the system will cost you every year. Whole house systems generally require the internal cartridges to be replaced every 6 months. If you're lucky enough to live in an area with very good water quality, you may be able to extend the service life of your cartridges to as long as 12 months. There are two main ways to tell if your filter system needs a service. The first sign is if you have low pressure from your taps or showers. This means the filter is blocked and needs replacing. The second sign is when the chemical taste and smell returns. This means the carbon filter capacity is used up and the carbon filter needs replacing. So, depending on the system you choose, the cost per service can range from $300 to $450, and you should expect to replace those cartridges twice a year. If you're a handyman and love DIY, you can save yourself about $150 by replacing the filter cartridges yourself.
Another question we commonly get asked is, will installing a whole house water filter reduce my water pressure? Like, will I have slow showers with no pressure? And the answer is, usually when you first install a system, you'll notice no pressure drop. And mostly for the first 6 months, almost every one of our customers doesn't notice anything. But there is situations that can block your filters up sooner. Like if the council does works on the pipe work and you get some dirty water flow through, it can suddenly clog up the filters, which will result in that slowed water flow and pressure. Most of our customers don't notice a pressure drop even after the filter naturally clogs like it's meant to over time, so long as they're replacing within that 6-month time frame or sometimes longer. So if you're interested in finding out more about a water filtration system for your home, please fill out the inquiry form and we'll get in touch with you and we can walk you through the process, help you understand what system's best for your needs and more accurate costs for supply and installation.